So I wanted to change what the carrot looked like, and I put a small group of people together and said, what happens if we do life after sports? To work with these semi-pro athletes, high school and college athletes to change the carrot. So everybody thought it was a good idea. Where's Don at? Come on, Don. Where did Don go? Where did Don and Peytyn go? Now how did they disappear just that quick? So Don...
Are they outside?
Is somebody outside?
Yeah.
They gotta come back in.
No, that's not them.
That's not them?
No. That's two ladies out there.
So anyway, so I put together a small group of people that said, y'all, let's go on this journey. And Don was one of them. Don is in Atlanta. I don't know, what Peytyn? Where'd they all go? Huh?
At the bar 2 seconds.
Yeah, they were.
I was literally a second ago. So Don works for DNA Sports, and him and another small group of people said, let's get this done. So I put it together. We did it in Atlanta. Then after that, I went on to the Super Bowl. I made it happen at Super Bowl weekend. And one of the traditions that we started was the day before, which is today, before we do our actual event, that we actually come in every city and we honor or just make aware of people, of women's sports trailblazers who do just something, just go up, cut above everyone else, and that's what we're doing tonight. And so we have a list of about 9 women, which some of them are not here yet, and I don't want to hold up and misuse people's time. So whoever is here now is who we're going to start with, as the other ones either come tonight or tomorrow. Some of them are speakers on our event. We will just give them their plaque tomorrow. But I do want to recognize today 2 people. One is Miss Dorice Houston, and of course Peytyn Willborn. And I do want to give 2 more seconds to Don and Peytyn, because we know she's here, before we actually get started.
She was just over there.
I know.
Margarita.
I know I told him we were getting ready to get started. Calm down on my phone. Oh, well, there you go. How could they just leave? I mean, Teresa, oh, okay. So as you know, I'm going to say this until they come. As you guys know, this was, you know, a labor of love and a challenge at the same time. Because of course, although I'm an Air Force veteran, stationed, used to be stationed at Dallas Air Force Base, that was many years ago. So I had to come here new, learn new people, and learn my new circle of influence, which I think are all of you guys standing right here today. You know, and I do a lot of speaking around the country, and the one thing that I say, I don't care if it's 100 or 100 people there, the people that are supposed to be here,
That's right.
those are the people that are supposed to be here.
That's right.
I got over that. I mean, I'm getting ready to speak in front of 500 people in a couple of months, and that's amazing. But I don't really care if it's 1 or 100 or 5 or 500. Whoever is here is supposed to be here. And I hope you guys will take that, if you nothing else, and tell the people that, you know, hey, y'all should have been here, y'all missed it. Because I will guarantee you one thing. I'll tell you guys one little story, 2 little stories that I have to tell you. One is, I went to the Summit Live in Los Angeles in February 28th of this year. And I went there, there was literally, it was a technology conference. There was 12 black people in the whole entire conference, and I was one of those 12. But I walked out with a technology sponsor who has built an amazing website for me, is getting ready to build 4 apps for me. We previewed the first website today, and we actually met at an after-hours event similar to this.
Oh, that's right.
And this guy said, if you had your dream, I said, I want a sports website that can top anything that's already out here in the market. He said, well, what would you do with that? And we got to talking. And matter of fact, I was laughing. I told Mr. Godwin, I said, wait a minute, I'm drinking right now. Let me put this drink down, because this sounds like this is finna get real. And I put that drink down, and both of us started talking. And the next day, he started telling me, you know, everything that he could do, and he built my website, and my app will be, you know, ready next week, and we'll get ready to do a foundation app. And my life has changed since then, and it's someone I met in a gathering just like this. And my second thing that I have to tell you guys, my second story that's amazing, is during Super Bowl week, I had 5 NFL players that were supposed to go to the schools with us and, you know, empower the youth. And the last day, I mean, everybody got to Houston, everybody got Hollywood on me, couldn't find nobody, they weren't taking my phone calls, and they were talking about $1,000 just to come for 5 minutes. I said, you know what, I'm just not gonna do this. I'm gonna take the women, we all gonna do this. There's 5 strong women, we are, you know, just that whole women empowerment thing. I'm like, you know what, I really want a male. This is something I need a male for. I reached out to my guy, I said, one more time, I'm reaching out, I need you to find me a guy, I don't care what he does. 11 o'clock at night, I got a call from a guy that said, my name is Tiny Meeker, I'm your speaker for tomorrow. I said, Tiny Meeker, who is that? He said, I am the only person in the whole world that ever has lifted 1,100 pounds. And I'm on the road to 1,200. I said, you know what? I don't even care. Just come on. I'm firing all of y'all. Don, Peytyn.
He done stole us from the
Don, y'all gonna get in trouble.
He done took it. I said, we gotta get back in this.
So listen, guys. Tiny Meeker said, I'm gonna be your speaker for tomorrow in Houston, February 5th. This
Send me
year.
that too so I can put
You
it.
getting ready to get in trouble. So listen. So I'm here to tell you guys, the guy called me at 11 o'clock and said, I'm going with you tomorrow at this school and I'm gonna bring my client with me. So I told him, I said, well, you know, we were really expecting an NFL player, but you know what? I don't even care at this point. We get to the school the next day, February 5th, get to the school. Tiny brings us a guy in a wheelchair. This is my client. He's a paraplegic. I said, what? He said, this is my client. We walk into school. He's this client, this kid's in a wheelchair. He's 18 years old. He weighs 100 pounds and he lifts 124 pounds. Now, I'm getting ready to tell y'all something. If he would have told me, anybody would have called me on Tuesday and told me they were sending me a weightlifter, you know what I would have told him? No, thank you. I got some NFL players coming, right? But this all happened because God wanted to teach me a lesson too. He wanted to humble me. So at 11 o'clock, Super Bowl, February 5th, they sent me this guy, Tiny Meeker, and this kid. The kid is in a wheelchair. He's 100 pounds, he lifts 128. And he tells all these 400 and something kids sitting in the audience, they were saying, asking them all kinds of questions, and look, you guys can get up and walk out of here. You guys have no problems. Do you know that every picture we have of all the 400 kids, the teachers and principal, every single photo we have, somebody's crying in this photo. Because it was so inspiring. And that was a lesson for me. It's not about basketball. It ain't about football. It's about whoever is gonna move these kids. That's, huh? No, he had some kind of, yeah, he was born like that. But he started lifting at 14, and now he's lifting 100 and something pounds, and he's traveling all over. But here's the thing: the principal called me an hour after we left the school and said, "Guess what, Miss Conda?" I said, "Well, what's going on?" She said, the toughest kid in the school has been in the nurse's office since y'all left, because he said that what you guys did today moved him, and he needed to hear that." She said, she said, "We got to send him to the hospital because he's just been not beside himself." And she said, "Normally, this is our problem kid." So you don't know how God is moving with you.
That's right.
You just don't know. You don't know how whatever you say today is going to inspire someone else. So we got to keep on doing what we're doing. We can't get caught up in the numbers and cities and people. It's not about that. It's about you and what you bring. Amen. So I'm going to turn that over. I just wanted to share that story with you because that's why I'm doing this. For the Tiny Meekers of the world and the Michael Saldivars of the world and the 400 kids that made all of us cry on February 5th this year. While I was waiting for my NFL players to show up, okay? And on that note, so when I talked to Coach Tate, who I got from Rodney, Coach Tate, I said, "Coach Tate, do you know a lady that's in your life that's doing something extraordinary?" He said, "I do." So tell me about her. And I'm going to turn this over to him and let him tell the story.
Good evening, everybody. My name's Coach Tate, and I coordinate a youth baseball program. It's an instructional program. This is our 25th year. We started in East Palo Alto 25 years ago. We've been here in Las Vegas for 13.
East Palo Alto is California.
Yes, ma'am. East Palo Alto, California, 3 miles from Stanford University. Yes. 4 to 14. Our program is free and it's co-ed. Because I tell parents with young ladies, for every baseball scholarship at the college level, it has to be a matching softball scholarship. So if they have the skills, let them help pay their way through school. My son's been out of college 10 years. He graduated from the University of LaSalle in Philadelphia 10 years ago. And at that time, we were paying $36,000 a year, and that's not counting room and board. So you can imagine what it is now. And I look at him and laugh, and I tell him, I say, boy, when I graduated from Ravenswood High School, I could have went to San Jose State for a whole year for under $2,000. So education is expensive. But back to the thing that I'm supposed to be talking about, Miss Dorice Houston, she's raising 2 grandchildren. She brought them to my program, and they played I want to say 3 years for me. And most young men, when they can see over this table here, they want to play basketball. So her grandson went to basketball, her granddaughter kept trying baseball. They have not played for me in 6 years, but she has been by my side. We do a pitch hit and run competition. I'm not a computer person. I got a flip phone. She tried to text me the flyer, and I told her, you got to text that to somebody else, okay? But Miss Houston does all of these things for me. She does flyers. We do a pitch hit and run competition. She keeps me in touch with the pitch hit and run people. That's a part of Major League Baseball, and that's very important because we've had youngsters from here that haven't been to the Strip that are going to San Diego to participate in pitch hit and run. So these are things that we try to do, but without Miss Houston and the help that she's given me, because I don't know people here. I met Rodney at Sam Smith Native Son bookstore, and from there we became friends and we stick with it, and that's how Miss Kandi found out about me when she called him and told him what we do, because baseball, and like she's talking about a carrot, baseball is a carrot. I could have come to Las Vegas and said, we're gonna do a tutorial program and got 10 kids. I came here with a sports program and we do about 115, 175 kids a year.
Wow.
But with that, we play a split season from January till the 1st of April. During that time frame, I send home progress reports twice a month because I want to know what they do in that class. Miss Houston is the one that keeps track of all of this stuff for me. Just like she does the pitch hit and run, our registration, and all of this other stuff. She could have went anywhere, but she's seen because she went on field trips. We used to go to California for a weekend, charter a bus. We take 45 kids to California, stay in a hotel, go to a Giant game, and we never charged a kid over $60 for a trip. I passed out to some of the gentlemen here a flyer on a golf tournament that we do. That golf tournament has enabled us to do these kind of things. Last year we took a team to Birmingham, Alabama to play in a national tournament. They ended up taking first place. We was just happy to be there.
Did I hear Don was going to be in your golf program next, the golf tournament?
That's what he told me. And see, I'm gonna be in
You recruiting here?
I'm gonna be in Atlanta in July to make sure.
Don. Miss Houston, can we
Miss
get you to come up for a
would
second,
you come up?
please?
This is the right hand of the East Palo Alto T-ball pitching machine program. Miss Dorice Houston. See, because being out there on the field, I'll have 150 kids,
Come on, Coach,
and I might see 2 dads. It's always the mothers, the aunts, and the grandmothers that's out there. So when she told me she wanted to do something for ladies, I really appreciated that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sis.
No, thank you. Thank you very much. So our NBA moms are probably not gonna come. I heard I don't even know where they are. We will have to see them tomorrow. But I do want my other person that is here tonight, or my other woman, who is Peytyn. And Peytyn, I want you to come up for a minute. I'm gonna tell you guys, I'm gonna see Peytyn in Chicago. Peytyn's gonna be at our other event. But let me tell you why this is just so important for me. For those of you that did not hear, Peytyn she has a son who is in college, George Willborn. She's also on the show, Lifetime show, Bringing Up Ballers. Make sure you guys see that so they can get a season 2, right?
Yeah.
Make sure you guys, but most importantly is, I don't know if you guys have ever tried to pitch a show on TV. It's not easy.
No.
That's why it's not a lot out here. But these ladies are from Chicago. I've been knowing Nikki since, I don't know how long. Nikki is actually her and Peytyn, I think, are the founding moms on the show. But what was important to me, as soon as I told Peytyn and I showed her the flyers, she was like, oh, I'm gonna be in all your cities. So it was important to me because she is doing
Mom.
Yes,
Mom. Okay.
all right, look, there we go. But more importantly, she was like, I want to be on your panels. I want to help you grow this platform. Let's see how we can grow this platform, because as you guys will see tomorrow, that's what this is all about changing the carrot, about making sure that we hold our kids, our coaches, the parents, and everybody accountable to our kids, because I don't want to see any more Aaron Hernandez stories. But how can you give a kid $40,000 when they've never had $4,000? Exactly. If we don't prepare our kids, that's what we're up against. Yeah. So Peytyn, tell them a little bit, for those that came late, about the restaurant, the daycare center, fill them in.
Okay, my name is Peytyn Willborn. I am one of the moms, like she said, of Bringing Up Ballers. It's on Lifetime. It's 6 moms, and what we're doing, we're just trying to show other moms how to support your kids in their journey of basketball. And like the man said, they're mostly the moms at the games and stuff like that. You know, so we're trying to to show the kids that we're here for them. Because, I mean, not to say that their dad's not here for them, not to take anything away from their fathers, because you all are there too. But, I mean, let's just keep it real. The moms are there for many reasons. Not because the dads don't want to be, they might be working. But they need some support system. They need someone there that's going to support them and love them. And so that's what we're showing on the show. Do we have a little cattiness against the moms? It's always competition in everything. That's just how the world is. But the ultimate goal is just to support our kids.
Restaurant.
On Italian restaurant, the only black Italian restaurant in Chicago. Yes.
All right,
Yes. And we're doing good. We have 4.7 stars. It's my partner back there, Isaac. Yep. He set everything up for me. He just took this bull by the horn and set everything up for me. So we've been partners for 2.5 years. I'm also on a 3 daycare centers. One stays open to midnight, and then one stays open to 24 hours for the second and third shift parents.
All right.
And then one stays open to regular hours to 6:30. Like I said before, I'm usually behind the scenes. I have done the shows, the hair. I did hair for 32 years. I have done the show, My Wife and Kids. I was Monique's personal hairstylist. I'm the Parkers, Monique's personal hairstylist. My Wife and Kids. My job was to do all the kids' hair. I did 6 Feet Under. I did barbershop. I did roll bounce.
Go ahead, girl.
So I'm usually behind the scenes. Now I'm in front of the scenes. So God is good.
God, I'll support.
We just want to say thank you for supporting Life. You didn't have to come here. You could have saw me at the one in Chicago.
Well, that's true. I told her, I said, look, I want to be an ambassador for you. She said, well, the budget's low. I don't care about no money. Everything doesn't have to have a cost behind it. Everything is not a cause. But I'm here because I believe in the cause, and that's why I came. So.
Don't make me cry now.
Yeah.
My lashes don't come out.
That's real.
We gotta show the Vegas love, so we gotta be
That's
representing
right.
you, have you
Yes.
represented
And I'm
tomorrow.
glad you all came out for that too. So I know some of you gotta go. Before anybody leaves, does anybody want to come up?
you.
So Don, I want you to come out first. You're the other out of towner. And here's what's important about Don. I started with Don. Don was on board when we did the very, very first. I stressed him out. Y'all want to talk about me stressing somebody out?
You have no idea.
I stress him out.
I do.
Yeah, he do.
Oh, you understand.
He's going what
Okay.
you're going through. This was my Rodney when we did the very first Life After Sports in Atlanta. It was Don. I called Don every single day. Don, why you taking so long to text me, Don? Every day. I did Rodney the same way.
It'll be like 6 o'clock in the morning.
That's
too.
right. Oh, I started at 5, but I try to wait.
Yeah, that's about right.
So Don, just tell us a little bit about, you see where we're trying to go, you see what we're trying to do. What do you think about, what Life After Sports represents? You saw where we did the very first one, the flagship one in Atlanta, and you were there.
I was there. We made it through it.
We
which
made
is
it through
good.
it, which we have the same conversation today, but anyway.
I think what's important, and you'll see it tomorrow, is everyone has a story to tell. Whether they play sports, they're in the sporting business, or they just enjoy sports. Or they watch it on TV. Regardless, everyone has a story, and everyone has a background, and everyone had to go through something to get to the point that they're at. And by hearing someone else's story, it helps you as well. I mean, it's therapy. And that's basically what this is a Life After Sports. It's therapy. And it helps you with whatever that you're going through on a day-to-day basis, not just related to sports, because on our show, DNASportsTalk.com, make sure you check it out. Shameless
Get your
plug,
plug
man.
in there.
Shameless plug. But we relate sports to everyday life. And whatever you're going through in life, you can relate it somehow to sports. So hopefully tomorrow, everyone will come ready with their stories and be able to tell them, we can all have a therapy session. So
Thank you, sweetheart. Matt Kelly, son, if you guys like to come up and tell us what you're doing or tell us anything, come on, everybody. All right? He gonna push you up today. Tell us what you guys are doing. What you can tell.
Okay, what I can tell is we're trying to be a company that brings the regular game of dominoes to the casino table games. We're going through some bumps and grinds and setbacks,
Talk us a little bit,
but
honey.
we're going to get through it and we're going to make this domino game into a casino game.
What's unique about dominoes in the casino?
What's unique about it is there's no such table game as dominoes in any casino in the world. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get it out here in Vegas because if we get it here in Vegas, we can go worldwide with it. And then, from there, we're going to just do what we usually do. Give a little back, have some fun.
All right. Congratulations. You want to tell us a little bit about what you do?
Sure.
Mr. Max Jackson.
Hi everyone, my name is Mac Jackson. I'm a cybersecurity expert, and what I do is I talk to businesses on how to mitigate cyber crimes and how to protect your credit cards, because there's a lot of criminals out there that are trying to get your information. And what I do is I work with law enforcement, and we chase down bad guys and make sure we protect our data. So definitely keep informed and talk to my friend up here, Dorice. She'll help you out too with leadership.
Track down bad guys. Okay. Who's next? Who's next? Who wants to come up and tell us what they do? Nobody? Teresa? Professor Tracy? You? No?
I'll get up.
You're an FBI agent too?
I'll get up.
You're an FBI agent too?
I'm not FBI agent. I actually am a retired warden. I did 26 years in the feds, 5 years in private prisons. Now what I do, I have a Women in Business Partner for Change organization. We work with women, helping to mentor and market their business, and we also work with kids in the community to try to make a change and a difference in their life. And so you have our support. We're gonna be here with you. All right. Mac got his. I don't know everybody here. I know Rodney, that's my ace. But we're trying to make a change in Vegas. People talk a lot about what they should and could do. I'm telling them I'm tired of them talking. It's time to get to work. And that's what it is. Yes. All right.
Hi everybody, my name is Dr. Erica Smith. I'm a local dentist here in town, but I have a new passion that I found. I'm affiliated with a company called Inspire, and what we're doing is we're informing, empowering, and educating women about the toxins that are in our sanitary napkins that are currently in the market. And we have a campaign awareness that we have called Now We Know. And it's become a passion of mine to definitely get with women like you and like you, powerful women, to educate our girls and our women and even our men. Because we know that if we know better, we do better. So, yeah, thank you.
All right, who's left? Rodney? Professor Tracy? Anybody left? Come on. Come on, Steve. Come on.
Oh no, I think I've met almost everyone. My name's Steve Tracy. I'm a professor of psychology at CSN, College of Southern Nevada. I've worked with youth from the time I was a youth. I've worked at summer camp every summer, helping children and teens develop themselves. And as soon as I heard about Candy's program, I was like, I've got to be a part of that. It's so important because my Little League coach literally was one of the key people that set the tone for my life, by teaching us how to believe in ourselves even through our mistakes and how to stand into things when we're afraid. And since everybody nowadays seems to be a social media person, especially our young people, I've slanted my practice towards performance psychology and helping people relate to things, especially with our young people, by working with my son in his music studio and also making videos for people, but helping them find themselves and understand who they are. And so I love reaching out and I love connecting with everybody because, as the other fellow said, we've all got a story to tell, and the stories are fascinating and inspiring. So I hope we can keep inspiring each other. Thank you.
All right, who else is left? Come on, it's gotta be. Come on.
So my name is Empress Alyasha. I'm a musician, singer. I live here in Las Vegas. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be here very long. I'm leaving in a few months. But it is because I am going to business. I run a jazz club in Germany. And I'm also about to go into the honey business because I believe that products that we're producing and we're selling in our community need to be healthy and need to be geared towards stuff that we need for nutrition. And I'm researching with a partner right now the effects of honey in terms of healing for burn victims. And so that's what I'm into right now. Unfortunately, I won't be doing it in Las Vegas, but I wish you all a lot of luck, and I'm really happy to be here and hear all of the wonderful stuff that you guys are doing.
Did you say you sing?
Yes, I'm a singer. I'm a singer also. That's what
Hello, everybody. This is such a great event. One thing that it does, is it did nothing else, is that it gets us together. And once we get together, that's when we can really make some things happen. Whether it's for us individually or for a lot of those kids that Kandi talked about. One of the things we said that everybody has a story, but what I do is I try to tell the story. I try to capture it, I try to capture it in film, I try to capture it in audio, and then I put it into print. I own a magazine called Our Own Voices, and Our Own Voices tells our story from our perspective. It educates us on our culture and history, but it also educates others on our culture and history, which is very important. But maybe a portion that's not talked of enough is it educates us on other people's histories and culture. Because you see, most of the time, we're fearful of things and people that we don't know about. But once we get to know people, once we talk to them, once we let our guard down, we find out usually that we have more in common than not. And that's what I try to do, is share that with everyone in the Las Vegas community and anyone else who has access to Our Own Voices magazine. And we also have Our Own Voices live on Live Talk Radio. So come out tomorrow for Life After Sports. I think this is a great opportunity for our children to learn how to prepare themselves for a career in sports. And it doesn't have to necessarily be the athlete. There are athletic trainers, there's managers, there's so many facets of sports that make a lot of money, and in often cases has more longevity. So what Kandi's trying to do here, I think, is something that we should all support. I hope that you'll come out tomorrow, and thank you so much, Kandi. Hall of Fame to y'all for putting this on in our city in Las Vegas.